I am here, guys. Sorry, I am being shorted. I'm setting up the Discord to try to get the Discord to, join the live. But, as always, I'm like all over the place. All right, this must be a little bit better. Seems like it's it. What's up, guys? Bob, you're Arthur Martin. Okay, then. How are you, Bob? Bob, it's always a pleasure, brother, to speak with you, by the way. G Chronicles, how are you? And Pokes, I am right here. Palestinian, I am right here, brother. I don't know, Adrian. I'm about to actually log into it now and see if it worked. Speaking Discord. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Adrian, can you go to the hot boxing and see how that is for you? Veronica, good evening. How are you doing, my friend? I hear you. Can you hear yourself in the chat? Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Because let's see. Okay. It doesn't look like this is working, but I'm connected to the Discord, but it's not. Okay. You can hear me on Discord? Okay, okay, okay. All right. Adrian, let's try to I guess do this at a different moment because um, I need to. Yeah, we need to back test this in the background. All right, brother. I'll catch you in the live. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So we got we got some new people in here. Apes R Us. Well, we know what happened to Toys R Us. How are you, my friend? Mikey J, the goat, is in here. How are you, my friend? And D Money. Damn, Old Yeller and Jay Powell. We want our money. I'll hold until every hedge fund goes bankrupt. And thanks for the SEC's tone deaf video. I bought 200 more shares. There you go, Gigi. You did it again. Richard Mock, how are you, my friend? And Leah. Apes are us. Well, that's a broad statement, but yeah, well, hopefully from now to January. All right. Jay Partagi. Wow, bunch of good friends. I actually wasn't going to go on live today, guys, like yesterday. I have a couple things going on. And Luna, sip of coffee for you. But, I couldn't stay away from the family for a long time. Words of the week. We'll find out, Arthur or Bob. Luna, phase 6. Okay. So you guys are getting me to jump right in and not say all the highs and everything to everyone. Well, I did say it to everybody actually. Um, okay, and pokes. Yeah, we're about to talk about the after hours, um, price talk and all that stuff, all that good stuff. Okay, we're not gonna be in for a while because I don't want to take anybody's Friday time, weekend time and fun time and all that stuff. As far as after hours, I am not seeing obviously anything that's too crazy. Um, and I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, it looks like it's set up for a reversal. As far as AMC's books, we're caught up with them on the level two data. We're ahead, but it's about what goes through, right? Ultimately, and let's be honest. This has all been. This obviously looks like completely like a managed event. And when I say managed event, I'm not saying it like how Lucid refers to it, like, oh, okay, that's it. You got something, and there's a top, and that's it. No, as far as managed, as in when will they come up with the money, how they come up with the money to pay us. Now, that's not the question to ask right now and answer right now, because that question was asked back, I believe, last January in 2021 when GME ran up and obviously AMC got halted and BlackBerry and Nokia got halted and all those other stocks. When those guys got halted, like didn't even have at least the GME run up, and even GME got obviously halted, but even GME had at least its run up to a three-digit figure, right? And must remember, if you weren't there then, you got to remember, GME and AMC were literally around the same price. They were both under $5 at some point. Okay. So for those of you out there who keeps talking about this, for the last time, please, for those of you out there who are spreading these messages about it depends on where we take off from is what determines what we go to. This is BS. This is nonsense. Uh, you don't go start on a project or building a house and say, well, depending on where we start from the top or from the middle, depending on where this whole project starts from, that's where we will decide where we finish and whatnot. No, if there needs to be 5 stories, they're gonna build five stories. Sorry, F word almost came out. If the project is for 100 stories, they're gonna go for 100 stories. That's just how it is. With the stocks, it's the same thing. Whatever is on the books has got to be dealt with. Now, with that being said, the best way to put this, we got phase 6 to talk about too, because Luna brought that thing out, and we got to talk about it. For those of you who don't know, obviously, who is putting that out or talking a lot about that, phase 6 comes in basically September. And don't mark your calendars as in like, I'm not telling you that's when we will. That's just a theory of Luna and I believe Bigham's, I think, right? Um, but again, anything is possible. Don't think for a single second that we can discount June 3rd. Okay, here's what we're gonna get into tonight. First of all, big shout out to Boss Blunts for doing such a massive 7-hour stream today, from morning to close. You know, away from the family and doing whatever. I mean, again, I personally have never spoken to the guy or know him, but it's you can guys tell, like, honestly, you can tell, like, you can judge a character by their actions, and you can see that the guy, like, obviously is putting all his in and for the community. And guess what? Uh, well, I'm not even going to go in that, but I want to give a big shout out to the guy. So much respect to you, boss, for if you hear this, for exactly what you do and what you say. And by the way, guys, it is not done. June 3rd thing is not done. We don't. There's no need to look at, for example, phase 6 or any of that. All of them are possible, yes, but from the beginning, especially in this community, we've never had like a set date. But one thing we do talk about is the other side. Why is this a managed event? Because for a year and a half, over a year and a half, we've had plenty of catalysts. And obviously, we didn't get what we needed. The reason why is also is because nothing is running by the rules. Nothing is being played by the rules. Level 2 datas are hacked. I'm not saying that they're useless, obviously, but they're hacked. Everything is wrong. You see the videos. One thing I also want to tell you guys, back then, when we had that run up, Wall Street Bets was like the thing that got famous after that run up for GME overnight, before it took off to the $480 level. Overnight, thousands, guys, many bots and shills jumped right into that uh into Wall Street Bets, and they literally started like nonstop, just posting FUD like, oh, it's over, it's gonna go back down, it's over, it's done. And I remember that time frame was like it took off to like 70, 80 bucks or $60 at the point. It ended up afterwards taking off to 480 something dollars. Okay. And even then, the SEC came out with a report earlier this year saying that what happened then was not even shorts covering. If that doesn't give you enough conviction, I don't know what else would. I understand you guys want your money right here, right now, today. Like I want the same. I want my money a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. But guess what? When you're in a war, and the funny part is we didn't even ask for this war. It's just it happened that we go into this, and the other side was just so leveraged and over leveraged on that play, on these plays, on these meme stocks, because they thought that they had the whole thing figured out. Shut down retail businesses like GME or AMC. They rely on retail foot traffic walking in, but everything's shut down. They have no incoming uh, traffic, no business. Especially AMC was already in debt before the pandemic. So they were like, this is just a dagger in the heart. We'll go ahead and finish them. But little did they knew that it was not the case. A major force was on the other side, which was us. These guys had to have a conversation. I believe that this managed event idea, this whole thing popped in back in January of 2021 in that 5-6 day halt when they halted us from going higher and whatnot, and they said there's a restriction for 7 days or whatever, or 2 weeks, almost up to 2 weeks on these uh, plays, particular plays, and they had a list. So I remember in that time frame when things started getting hot. Oh my God, the shills amount. Oh my God, like talking about people saying, "Oh, I'm glad I sold. We're out. We're done." And obviously, at that time, it was the first pop in for the meme stocks movement. So like a lot of people weren't still used to it that were a part of that movement. I mean, obviously, people like DFV and other like people like that, they were experienced and they knew what was happening in the market, so they knew that that stuff was not going to get to them. Everyone else who works every day at different stuff, day job, whatever it is, but they kind of did this because of the hype they jumped on. As soon as they seen all these posts in Wall Street Bets, they're like, okay, I'm gonna sell tomorrow. And a lot of people did, but then also a lot of people didn't. It didn't fall for that. And guess what? They looked at the numbers go up to the 400s. Shout out to those people that when the numbers went up to that much, they did not sell. And exactly why the shorts haven't covered yet is because the overwhelming majority didn't sell. And obviously we know that there's a lot of more synthetics. It's crazy. So there might have been some covering done along the way, but the SEC confirmed that that wasn't like, the shorts are still there. Hopefully this gets the point or the message across to you guys, because obviously as of late, we've been the target of the SEC talking about us. We've been talked about by Gabe. We've been talked about by Kenny Griffin. We're being talked about by everybody. And now banks and everybody's talking about us, right? In a negative way, not in a good way. These are nothing new. This is not new waters. I understand. Like I said, you want your money today. You want your money yesterday, right? Well, I feel like I'm getting ready for the fight. So from now on, when we go live, we're going to strip everything. We're going to take off everything and get ready to get dirty. All right, where were we? So You want your money yesterday. I want my money 2 years ago. It didn't happen today or yesterday or 2 years ago. Does that mean it's over? Well, I don't know your answer. For me, and I'm not trying to influence anyone and say, hey, don't sell or hey, sell or what number, what number. For me, the longer I come, the hungrier I get because you're keeping me obviously more hungry and more hungry and more hungry, more time I'm waiting. And what do you expect me to be full by the time? Hell no. I'm going to be more hungry, even more greedy when the time comes. And you will pay me. And the results of what happened today, especially with the executive order that came out, I do believe what boss said was correct. At least that line that said on Monday or Tuesday we'll know who did what and what they did what, and how they do it and what they do. So I'm big on rallying around the community, guys. Like if our people, if any single individual or individuals are bringing out something that they 100% totally believe in and they're emotional and they back everything else by it and they're a part of the community, like I don't know about anybody out there, but if you don't rally around that person or around these people and support them and push them, then they're not really a part of whatever community it is. Any community you're a part of, you need to rally around all the people because one good person means it like it seeps over all the way to the rest of the community. So we got to rally around our people, guys. We need to end this FUD amongst ourselves. We need to have whatever FUD it is needs to be on the other side. Look at them when they throw FUDs on us, on me, on meme stockholders or AMC or GME. Do you think they're divided on the other side? Do you think one media source will say, "Oh no, the apes are saving the market and they're standing up for an honorable cause. They just love the stock." Or do you see all of them bashing us at all times? Any media source by on the other side is on the same page. FUD only coexists within the community because you got some weak individuals, and it's each person's job to go ahead and see or vet in their own way, what another individual is about. Because if we really truly calling this a community, then we need to have all our best interests in line, all of us. You feel like you're seeing or reading a bot or something, report that person, not to YouTube, report it to that person. There's mods in these channels. There's create the creators themselves. I mean, some of them are very attentive. I know I am. I'll listen. I'll listen. I'll look at everything. We need to be very solidified because of not because it's like okay, we start the movement now. No, because now things are getting really real. All this past time, we were okay, pushing, just trying to get across the finish line. We're not there yet, but we're almost there. And in order for us to get with as many people on that ship to land it and get it on the dock, we need to all rally around each other and really act like a community, like a family, like one big giant family. I don't care how big it is. A family is a family. My family is of 8 people. My mom and dad, God bless their soul, they had 6 kids. Does it make it any different from a family that have 2 kids? No, a family is a family. It doesn't matter what the number and what the size is. And if we really truly say we're a community and we're a family and all that, we need to rally around all of our people. And don't encourage any creator going against another creator because what good does it bring? It brings no good whatsoever. You have a problem with another creator as a creator, and this is AB speaking to other creators now. You have a problem with another creator, please reach out to him. You know you can. I recently just got on the Discord game and I feel like I'm way behind. And I know that bridged the gap for everyone. Like you can get a hold of anyone on that thing. So if you have an issue with another creator, please fire it up in the background and get them to come on board in case what it is. Because at the end of the day, if you really truly care about the community and you view it as a family, you will look at that creator as one of your brothers or one of your sisters. And you're not gonna try to go for the jugular on lives or in front of everybody else and then encourage this kind of behavior to go through. If creators are acting like this and there is a following to these creators or whichever creator it is, what do you think your following is going to act like? Okay, so we got that out the way. These are the times, guys. things don't happen over 5 minutes. You're not just gonna see like, oh. But when that time comes, your heart is gonna drop. Like the moment when that moment comes, you're gonna be in a different world. You're gonna like, I trust me. I've seen it in June. I've seen it in January of 2021, and I know what it's like. And this, what's coming, is gonna be nothing like them. Like it's gonna be some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Sorry, I need to watch out what I say exactly as well. So not financial advice, guys. So we need to solidify, guys. We need to rally around each other. We need to hold, like literally, like almost hold hands along this movement until we get to the other side, and then see the magic of how we can all, as a community, bond it together. Met so many people. I have met so many people that I've never met in my life, obviously, because of this movement. And guess what? I'm the most grateful for it. I've met people that I know for a fact I want in my life for the rest of my life in the future. Like this is how great of a movement and a family movement we have going, and we need to cherish that, and we need to act like it. Anybody is not on those pages, that's what we cancel out. You know, I'm not going for cancel culture. I don't like that kind of stuff. But guess what? If we're on a set move and we're on a set goal and we know what we want and we know that we need all of ourselves, need ourselves, I need you as much as you need me, then what's the sense of being divided, right? Anybody who tries to get people divided or tries to plant seeds of hate or um, starting something, you guys are all grown adults. You know when somebody's trying to do something negative or positive or whatever the case may be. You can feel it, you can sense it. Cancel that out as a collective effort. Let them know that this shit does not work with us. You can send as many spies and you can send as many freaking chills and you can send as many as you want, but they'll come back empty handed because they're not going to start any fire here. Everything is cool like water in here. All right, let's read some things real quick. So yeah, so Luna phase 6, possibly, but I don't. Again, I don't see it really. Honestly, personally, this is just a personal opinion. I don't see it taking till then. Uh, Hanzo, how are you doing, my friend? And there is my mijo, Jeffrey. How are you, brother? You didn't say hi to me. Well, you didn't show that you were in the chat at the time. I'm saying hi to you now. What debt is due in 2023 that would allow a dividend? How much is it, and so forth? Um, okay, so AMC used to offer a dividend. Like I think the last time was what, 2015 or 2014, I think. I know they used to offer a dividend, but I think it's either 14 or 15 was the last time, and they started getting into debt. Um, the amount is fluctuating. I don't know the exact amount right now. You can double check it because you have to factor in, uh, possibly what we're gonna make from the Top Gun, what we made in Batman, and all the other movies, concessions. They did say it in the quarterly earnings. I forgot obviously the number honestly, but what I can say is you could easily go to, and this is good too. The person, Pantheons. He had a video breaking down in a timeline fashion, like where AMC started from beginning to end. I strongly urge you to watch that. It was like a video from like about a couple months ago. Perfect. 2, 3 months ago, possibly. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to give the wrong times or the dates, but he shows you in a timeline because this is just amazing where AMC started, and as far as like 2000 and I think 14, from 2014, 2015, so to like since before even Adam Aaron joined it, and it was cool and very informative. It shows you from this point to this point to this time to this frame to this frame. I know in Kansas one thing for sure, and you are right, Bobby is or Bob, sorry, you are right. It is in Kansas, and you have to be in a profit. You have to be a profitable business to have a dividend or issue a dividend. Now, will AMC do it? Possibly in the I would say in the far future. I don't think it's going to be in the near future. I know we are in the billions in debt, but all that could change with blockbusters and a business that's making money, and that's what AMC has been doing. And in fact, Bigham's even said this. That and everybody knows this from the earnings, that their debts are getting less and less, they're shrinking. They reissued and uh, processed their whole loans and on a better percentage. So like if they were hypothetically speaking paying on those loans, like okay, if they were due in 2023 or 2024 and they had to pay XYZ percentage, like 10%, they changed it because I'm not, I forgot the exact percentages. You can look them up and you can see them, but um, they definitely restructured those percentages and made them much less and extended them to much further out. So they're setting themselves up as a company. It's well positioned. It's literally well positioned to take advantage or to take care of a rebirth. I mean, even Adam Aaron said it, right? It was like, this is not, we're not trying to be the old AMC or get back to pre uh, pandemic levels, because that what like AMC was still in a problem pre-pandemic, but now there is a completely big different thing, which is apes are part of the picture, and there's millions of us, and we have even bigger families, per intermediate, like close families, that we affect as well. And for example, for me, every time for the past 2 3 years we go to a movie, I would make it my personal objective that with me and my family or friends, hey, even if we're so close to a sin mark, like nope, we're driving 15 miles down to the AMC. Now, luckily for me, in Cincinnati, Ohio, there is plenty. There's like 3 or 4 AMC theaters, some with dining, some that doesn't have dining, but they're all amazing, right? So if we happen to be next to a SN mark, we leave that stuff and we go straight down to AMC. It's just the way it is. And imagine, I know many of you are doing this. That stuff is translating into their papers. It's translating into their books. These guys, the company is gonna come off the water, and when it comes out of the water, it's reaching to become a different kind of entity than what it ever was. So you're investing technically. The representative of that company just told you, or the CEO, in other words, just told you that you're investing your money in a company that is trying to be different, not like or go back to pre-pandemic levels. It's trying to be different, and that's a good statement. Why? Because if AMC is aiming to go back to pre-pandemic levels, then what's the sense in that? It was a losing business at the time as well. So I'm glad that they're saying they're doing that, and obviously you've seen it by them buying out these gold mine. You know, it doesn't matter how you feel about the whole popcorn ordeal, but again, anything adds helps, right? And they have a lot of money, and they continue to have a lot of money. They have what, like 1.3 or 1.5 billion of cash just ready to be invested. Whew, we're in a good position. We're in a good position. So if they do want to issue a dividend, they can, but we have to be profitable first. And when they pay that debt off, I don't know exactly what it is, Bob. I think it's like anywhere between 3 to 5 billion. It's in those numbers, in between those. Uh, if I'm also correct on that figure, on that number, but I don't think that's what it's gonna take for us to squeeze, because again, one thing about the dividend, like, and I'll use GME for this, or even BBIG. Remember when I was telling you guys that BBIG is a measuring stick to our plays? And the reason why I say that is because you see what they're doing with them. Something in a similar fashion is happening with GME. Like yesterday was supposed to be a vote on a dividend. And yeah, I know they approved some of the things, but they didn't say when the dividend is going to take place, when is it going to do it. They just left that open, similar to BBIG. Managed event. Doesn't mean we're not getting paid. No, this is managed so that we can get paid, but minus You ever any of you watched the movie The End? You know, with all these comedians and like everything is ending in an earthquake, and then Kevin Hart falls and dies, and you know the movie. If you've seen it, you've seen it. They're trying to pay us without having that movie happening. If you imagine the background, everybody fighting over um a Three Musketeers candy bar, or what was it, a Milky Way. It's that's what they're doing. That's basically what they're doing. And in a way, I don't have anything against that. Yeah, of course I feel bad because many things. One, they made me wait all this time, and it's about to go on 2 years soon. Many people faltered and fell along the lines and couldn't hang on, fell victims to this, and it's unfortunate. Obviously, yes, they were they in a way they did this to themselves, but it's not their fault that they are in a manipulative market, which is extremely wrong, right? If everything was supposed to be correct, everyone would have been paid a long time ago. No victims would be around except on Wall Street. So my hearts are with anybody who couldn't hang along. But I'll tell you one thing: um, life is not a one-way ticket or a one attempt kind of thing. When they say opportunities only come, real opportunities come once, and all that, this is old talk, guys. Some people, based on their realm and their time frame, that's how it was. Nowadays, I'll tell you, opportunities are around every day. Look at the internet. Look how we're reaching each other. You think 50 years ago they were able to do this? What we're doing right now, live with each other, talking with each other? No. You got people blowing up and getting rich off of anything. Anything. Doesn't not necessarily just AMC and GME. Now, obviously, in here we're all saying this is our boat, but there's every day there's so many boats in life that you could take obviously to success, and you don't know what it is, but just pray to your higher power, whichever one it is. um, and you'll see that obviously with life again, we don't know the future, but there's more than one thing. Before AMC, GME, and all the stock craze came, guess what, there was many other trendy things that happened, and people still got paid off of that stuff. So this is not the it, and this is it, and after that you're done. No, it's just one of the chapters in this life. And if you happen to be on that chapter, like me, you guys, all of you guys in here, then we'll bear witness to it after it's all done, and we tell stories about it. That's just how it's going to be, and that's how I see it, and that's how it's going to go down. um Derek, hey, how are you, my friend? Okay, let's see. Veronica Chase, how are you, my friend? There's a part two to June 3rd. Yeah. I don't know if that was a statement or if that was a question, Veronica. I know you didn't add a question mark, so I'm taking it as it was a statement. So I agree with it. Um, things don't like, okay, like the dividend and the BBIG and the GME dividend. Sorry. Thanks. Actually, what you just said, Veronica, made me remember that I didn't finish tying up that topic. When they leave that open like this, well, one, so many options are getting burnt for people who are playing weekly options and biweekly options. Um, and it doesn't just go down like this in 5 minutes. And in the same time, if they are going to let it go down and roll the ball down and cover, I'm just going to tell you guys this: it's not going to happen after dividends are given out. Okay, because you got to look at the time frame. Cover or dividend, let's say BBIG's distribution did go through on the 27th of May. Let's say they didn't punt the ball over to the end of Q2. If they did do that, that means all the accounted for shares would have needed to be already counted from the 18th all the way to the 27th. And then on 27th, everybody should have already been seeing them in their accounts. But then some other talks started surfacing out, talking about, oh, May 31st, they will be in your account. No, June 1st, they will settle. June 2nd, okay. And then right after that Friday for last week, as soon as it closed, that's when they announced the news that it's going to be taken away until the end of Q2. Pay attention to the wording, guys. The end of Q2. They're leaving it open, in my opinion. They're not telling you like how the first time they said, oh, on the 18th, we're going to count the shares. On the 27th, we're going to pass them all around. They're going to be in your account. It was so good to be true, right? It was just so quick and easy. Any non-experienced trader could have walked in and said, okay, well, if I'm going to get for each 10, I'll get one free cryptide. And it was like the 17th of May. They're like, okay, I'll put everything here. And I'll do a lot of options for next week or two, because guess what? They're going to have to cover, and they're going to have to do all their covering before the 27th. Well, theoretically, that's true and correct. But the problem here is you didn't anticipate that they were going to come out and say, no, we're going to do this next week or the week after or the week after that, or the end of Q2 after the market closed, when you already have purchased options. They did the same thing with GME yesterday. And when, take it from me, I'm going to go ahead and give a guess here, okay? A wild guess. If BBIG don't get punted again to Q3, which again, I don't see any of this stuff being the case. You guys, we will all see. I can't speak too much, but when it comes to that covering, it's going to happen like a week or 2 weeks before the end of Q2, as they suggest, or as they said that they were punting the ball to, because it has to happen out of somewhere where nobody's anticipating it. The day that they announced the distribution and the record date, the options chain skyrocketed. There was like what, like 300,000 contracts that were due the week after, and like 150 for that week. When after that Friday last week, then that's when they announced that they punted the ball to the end of Q2. All that, they made the premiums on. They took that money. They made that money. Obviously, cheat in a cheating manner, but nevertheless, I'm breaking down to you what the case was. So they're not going to wait. Shorts will not be waiting until the day of whatever it is and say, oh, shit. So you telling me I have to cover these shorts? Well, I need time. Like, I don't know. No, all this stuff happens in the background. We're not hip to it, you and I. We don't see it. We don't hear it. And that's obviously to their best interest, of course, that that's not getting heard. The reason why I personally haven't done any options on BBIG last week and the week before that, because it was too good to be true. Like, are you kidding me? What is this? 17th to the 27th or the 18th to the 27th? They're just leaving it like that out there. A big part of me wanted to believe it so bad because, it's been something that was happening since August of 2021. Of course, nothing like AMC and GME manipulation levels, but at its respective price at $2 a share and almost about to go down into the upper ones. If that was every man's or every cheap man's AMC and GME, a lot of people, believe it or not, guys, a lot of people jumped on BBIG because one, it was hype, getting the hype. The fundamentals are there. The company is great. The board is not so much. But on top of that, it made sense financially to a lot of people, to a lot of investors. They're like, okay, I'm not going to be what will I make by getting on GME with, at $200? If I have $1,000, what will GME do for me, right? I'll get like, at that time it was like $200 or 150. What are you going to get, like 10 shares? Yeah, some of you think that GME, or some of you, if you have that thing in you where you feel like you're going to sell GME for $1 million a share or 100,000 a share or whatever, kudos to you. You hold for that and you do your thing. I'm not saying when will I sell and when I not sell, but people looked at BBIG realistically and saw, okay, $1,000 on this, that gets me 500 shares at this current evaluation. Okay, and if it goes up to even not even close to what GME goes to, I'm still selling or multiplying whatever figure multiplied by 500 shares that I have. And maybe I add more. Every time I get paid, I can add a good amount of shares from my paychecks on BBIG, not on GME, not so much, but like one share every month or 2 months or every 2 weeks. Um, and I'm not saying that this is play is better than this play, or I'm not making a case for you to go and invest in it and whatever. I'm breaking down the events here and telling you what happened in the past and what made people do what and why they did what they did. The whole point of all of this is that the shorts will cover in a least expected time manner. But when should you expect it? When there is more FUD than ever, and shills than ever, and attacks on you and us. This is why I kept starting. When I started the chat, I was talking really big on family ship and community bond and everything. Because when all of these attacks are coming at us, if there is any cracks in between the community, it will flood it. We will get arced without the Noah arc to save us. Um, I look at each single one of you guys in here, or even when I attend some other lives, and I literally look and feel or think of each single one of you guys with one without even thinking how many shares you hold and whatnot. If you're on my side, this is that it's one of those things in life. You're on my side, that's good. We're fighting that side. I don't care who you are, what your agendas in life are, whatever, but you're on my side. We're in a war and we need to win that battle. After that, we can figure out our differences and our likes. But until then, we need to freaking win this battle. We need to win this war. If we don't win it, then we have nothing to talk about after. We have nothing to fight for after. Now, I don't think that by any single means that we are still battling for this play, unless everybody wakes up tomorrow and says, you know what, I'm done with this, I want to sell and get out. And I don't see that happening, because I know I won't be one of those. So therefore, the only way to get this across and have as many people safe on the boat and happy and wealthy for future generations is for us to unite and literally put every difference aside. In fact, don't even look at any person and try to make or formulate your ideas on them and whatnot. If you feel like they're sus, report, let everybody know, mods, the creator themselves, and let it go. Show your true passion. Are you holding AMC? Are you holding GME? If you truly care, here, this is community. The shills are seeing all this stuff. They come and they try to spam a lot of communities, and I'm the smaller channel of all of them. And they still come here from time to time and they try to show. When they see that the overwhelming majority of the community is attacking them back, they will be afraid to pop in here or there. But if they see that all they got to do is go in and talk some crap and talk some shit, whether on Reddit, whether on a Weeble chart or a thread or some community and TD Ameritrade or whatever, or even on somebody's live like this, if it comes down to just that creator battling them or the mods versus the shills, and everybody else is just in there and kind of like, well, the shill made some sense though, then I don't know what to tell you as far as one, your conviction, two, I don't know, good luck with when the process starts, because if this is getting to you guys now, again, go. I wish there's a go back in time button, guys. I can take you back to those threads. Wall Street Bets was the hottest thing around in January when that run up started happening. And it was normal and it was all cool. Guess what? The beginning of the move started taking off. When GameStop really started taking off, everything was different. We had thousands of shills jumping in the page. Every second like before you even finished reading one, there was another one posting something. Oh, I sold. I'm happy. I'm good. Yes. No shut. No, this has been the best pandemic in the history. Like shit like that. Good. Very, very slick FUD and very aggressive FUD. All types. We got it back then. And you're going to get much worse now. You seeing it. Did I comment on the SCC video? No. Why did I not comment on the SCC video? Now I'm by default, I'm kind of commenting on it. Because they are gauging your sentiment, guys. Look at this time frame. The SEC drops that video, drops those 4 or 5 videos, whatever. The very next day, an article, I saw an article, the very next day, an article that's saying, I kid you not, guys, this is the title of the article. Redditors and meme stock manias are extremely upset with the SEC and they're not happy with what the SEC is doing. The very next day. If you think that this was not correlated from the get-go anyways, then don't even don't even bother. You really don't even get how deep this is or how big this is. And this is nothing against you, no fault. Is this time to learn? Did we squeeze yet? I'm gonna use somebody else's line. Did the shorts cover yet? Then what the F are we talking about? I can't say it exactly like you, bro. But yeah, that's another gentleman I haven't met, but I like his style. Let me see. Let me read some of the good stuff and keep going. Peter Jefferson, yo, hope all is well. The results for today's build-up was so good. I took a nap. I was worse than it was worse than order a double cheeseburger and found out you was missing a patty. Oh my God. On to the next catalyst. Excuse me. Peter, well, yes, on to the next catalyst. But I'll tell you, as I've said this before to all of you guys, and I said, like, this play has no catalyst. These plays have no catalyst. We don't have catalysts. The only catalyst was done back last year, and their only hope was to drag this out to try to shake off people, or as many people. Their main hope was to try to get all the people to lose this play, and then they can make the most astronomical and historical numbers or profits in the world. But since that's not what's happening, they try to shake off as many people as they can. We don't have catalysts because we have had countless amount of catalysts and nothing happened, right? And they were legitimate catalysts too. The main catalysts all along have been you squeeze me or I squeeze you. They were able to get free money from here and there. They were able to cheat all along. We basically have been playing. This is going to be the greatest movie / if they make once they make a movie about this, heroic moments or comeback moments of all time. Nothing can top it. No sports story can top this. Nothing can top this. I don't care whether it's Kurt Warner's movie, whether it's live story. I don't give a shit. This is the ultimate plot for a movie of a comeback that you can also put based on true events in the movie. That it's not fiction, it's fact too. For such a long time, there is a group of millions of people that were playing a whatever game, the stock game, by every rule, because we have no other, tricks up our sleeves, right? We have to, okay, buy, hold, sell, whatever you do. Want to buy options, want to short a stock, you want to sell or buy stock and sell it, whatever you want to do. That's the game, and we play them by every rule in the game that is offered to us. Where on the other side, if this was a football game, they were allowed brass knuckles, and when they came to tackle, they just knocked each single one of us out. I mean, it was bad. It wasn't the football that we're used to. I mean, the other side is playing, the longest yard. With Adam Sandler and all those guys. Like, that's the kind of football that these guys were allowed to play with us. While we're thinking, like, okay, real football, okay, flags, all that crap. It's when it goes down, we're able to preserve and self-preserve and still continue to push through this. And now we are here. We're talking about this. If I'm not here right now and these other creators were not here right now, this whole thing would have been over a long time ago. Whether it would have been on a win or would have been a loss, but this would have been over. But since we're still here talking about it and people are watching and asking about it, that means nobody have covered, and we're still in this movement. Tater Tot, how are you, my friend? Well, thanks. The hat is all yours if you would like it. Appreciate it. Today is just the start of the ripple effect. Let's see how it plays out over the next few weeks. I love that statement. You know, if this was a comment, I would pin it, Richard. Warren McCown. So is this a legend day or what? You come out on Fridays? How are you, my friend? I miss you, this kind gentleman. Everyone, well, if he could hear it, please give a round of applause to Mr. Warren. True gentleman, and obviously also one of the heroes that. Not to put you on the spot or put your business out there, brother, but yeah, he's one of the heroes that and servicemen that gave a lot to us to have the life that we have today in this within these borders. So much love to you, brother. That's the true hero right there. Nice to see you in here. Better come back and be around. Missed you, brother. And join our Discord, Warren McCown, on the family. We have a link. I can put it if any of you, by the way, it's free, guys, to everyone. If you ever want to catch up on anything with anyone and you don't know, like you don't want to wait until a live is happening, whether whatever or a video is coming out, the Discord is where you could reach any of the family or any of us or even me. And I am going to share it. All right. It should be on there now. Yeah, Mr. McCown, please try to tell some of the other missing family members that I miss to come by. You know, that's right, Richard. That's like I'm reading it. I'm thinking like I'm reading an article. I forgot that I was live. See, um, that's right, Richard. Most don't have patience. That's why the buildup shouldn't have happened. Um yeah, I agree with you, Peter. Some people can handle it, some people can't. But at the end of the day, we're here. At the end of the day, it's kind of like, hey, do I need to breathe to live? So whether I like it or not, I'm gonna have to. Like, I can't hold it much longer. I'm gonna breathe, but it's gonna work itself out, guys. There's so much that I wanna throw out there, but and that's why at times some things might not make as much sense. But I'm trying to watch the borderline of what I say, um, to try to protect myself and you guys, obviously too. Since when does the SEC agree with media and discourage investors from investing? Yeah, exactly right, Mikey. That's the point. It's just all timely perfect, like with all that BS that's happening. Richard Mock, institutions own 188 million shares, 179 million currently on loan for shorting. Interesting. Should be going up a lot soon. Yes, and that's the ones that we know of, by the way. I love it, Bob. Or sorry, Arthur. Hell to the no, it's not over. Let's go, B. I love it, Tail Dog. Since their balls are in the grinder with no way to hit the off switch. uh, by the way, just to put an aside note, guys, I always tell you guys I love you all, right? You don't worry. I'm gonna continue to say it. Um, but tell dog, you're my dog, brother. Much respect to you and appreciate you opening up to me and us earlier on that call, and I just want you to know that I view you as a brother, and hopefully you view me the same. And if you ever need your brother will be right there, wait, like hands down for you, brother. So much love, Tel Dog. Whimsy Chick, happy Friday. TGIF, yes. Well, thank you for the kind words and for loving the hat. Pretty sure the hat loves you too. Peter, I would pay $1 to watch that. I raise $1 with an extra dollar. Any other takers? $3. You know what? Sold to the gentleman in the back. What did he say? 100,000. Don't worry, don't all leave the chat and start saying, "Oh my God, he's saying he's one of those saying 100,000." mm. Mm. Where am I? Did it do it again? Yeah, it did it again. It skipped for me. I know Jeffrey's gonna get on me right now. Um, oh, everybody say hi to Forks. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm the last one to probably say it, but Forks, if you're still in here, happy Friday to you and good evening to you. Chopped liver. Mr. Panulo, how are you, my friend? I'm just laughing at Adrian's emojis. I totally thought that they would make us close in red today since they knew a lot of people were going to go crazy. But the date, I still think this is unraveling and takes a few days. I am 100 million or 1,000% agree with you, hands on that statement. It's going to take its time, and I believe that something was sprung off. We're going to see. We're going to find out. I don't care about the dividend as much as I want to just get him out of debt. I'm going to the movies every week now, or rewatch a movie if I have to. Well, you know what, Arthur? Um, I think with that kind of mindset, you alone will get AMC back in the profit. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen regardless. Like as far as from that end, they're gonna go out of debt no matter what. It's even if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, even if a recession happens tomorrow, okay, if we are absolutely 100% in, like, I know we're in the beginning stages, but let's say the worst part of the recession starts tomorrow. One, even if movie sales get less, they have a lot of blockbuster movies coming out, and those alone from quarter to quarter will get them across and get them along. So I'm not even worried about the recession for AMC. Like it's just they put themselves in a very strong position. Um, it, it's inevitable. And oh my God, drive an hour for their nearest EMC. And you just made that statement before that. Like wow, that's much respect to you, Arthur. Pam is in the house. Yeah, don't worry. I won't, we won't call up on you. Drive safe, Pam, and happy Friday to you. And enjoy the weekend. All right. And Derek is heading to work. I'll be listening, getting ready for next week. This isn't a one-day event. Positive things are coming for us all. I love it, Derek. That's what I expect from family. Look at that. Veronica. Yes, my fate was to get an AMC and GME. That's why I'm not leaving. Woo-hoo. Where are the shills at? Bring them in here. Let's have some fun with them. If there is some shills, let's have a family fun with the shills. Okay, I'm gonna go on record here and possibly be the first creator to encourage all other creators to encourage all their family, their true family, if they're truly in that community, in that following, to actually make it seem like if any shill comes in, it's not up to just that creator to take care. Like this is, if a shill comes in, they're attacking the whole community. They're not attacking that individual. So you guys have fun with them. And when I say that, as in like, don't go all F and G and, all the words in the alphabet and the S words and all that, but have fun with them. Literally have fun with them. And the mods, I'm pretty sure here will be able, like you're hearing it from me now, mods. If there's a shill captured and the family is tossing them up left and right, join in on the action. Just don't make it like get out of hand where people are threatening things and things can spiral quickly. But have fun with them. Let them regret ever coming into this stream. Let them regret if in other communities. Let them regret going into any stream, because if this is how it is, they're gonna be like, okay, I think the best place for us to do this is possibly in Reddit, because this whole YouTube thing is on live and these people are like tossing us up left and right. They're like roasting us. So yeah, I'm giving you guys all the clearance here. Any shill in the house, first, don't be ready to jump the gun. Give the benefit of the doubt to people. But if you see any shills, you see the whole family. Look at each single one of you guys. The way I view all of you, view each other the same, and look at each other as family. And they're like, oh, there's one. Let's have some fun. Let them regret the idea of shilling, because they chose the wrong community. They chose the wrong one. I ain't going. He chose the wrong one. Bye, Felicia. Mm. Man, that coffee was on point. Every cup of coffee is on point. See, I'm sorry to hear that, Whimsy, about the BBIG calls. I mean, there's nothing that I personally can tell anyone, because again, I don't like that small talk stuff. I'm against small talk. I hate small talk. When people, you meet them and you're like, hey, how are you? What's up? What's your, and you're responding and you're like, I'm great. And they're like, what's up with you? How's everything been? What's up? What are you doing now? Like, don't small talk me. Well, obviously I'm very welcoming, but I don't like small talk. And that's why, like, to that Whimsy, like there is nothing that anyone can say that could like truly be sincere, because it's a loss. What can, like, the only second best thing I can personally say, or anyone who sincerely cares can say, well, at least you still have AMC and GME, possibly if you're in that as well. But even then, a loss is a loss, right? So I'm with you. I feel you. I feel for you. I'm just sorry to hear that. I am really 100, like I'm absolutely sorry to hear that, because I normally have things to say always. I never run out of things to say. But in situations like this, how do you sincerely tell someone like, oh yeah, well, good, whatever? Like, there's nothing good about it. It's a loss. A loss for them. Now, I'm not telling you to live in it. My advice is, obviously now you've learned something, and how, like, even when you feel like there's limit to their cheating, now you understand that there's no limit to their cheating. Cover your bases, as I always say. Always cover your bases from every angle before you make any decision in the stock market or any move. Always cover every scenario. What did decide, or like, role play? What's the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? What's the most plausible outcome? And the what if. Like, have 10 different scenarios. Think of how possibly can they screw this up? How can they cheat this? How can they? Well, clearly they can just move dates. Even to that level, they literally can just punt dates and change them. Even when they announce that that's the date, and then when they change it, people take losses and they still don't have to uh, like look at us. We jump on here as creators and we say every statement we make is like, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. We're trying to cover our asses. While these guys can do stuff like that illegal, like literally changing a whole securities record and distribution day, and they didn't announce it up on the 18th when it was supposed to be just the beginning of the recording. They could have, if they were sincere, they would have easily, hey, just to let you guys know, on the 27th, we're really not going to have everything distributed. So therefore, we're punting it over to the second Q2. Whimsy, possibly, or any of you other people that played options on bbig for the following week would have not been in that scenario. You would have been like, oh, okay, well, let me get out of this, get what I can for my money and get out, because obviously this is not going to have good effects next week. But of course not. They had it or structured it like it was a net, and they were capturing as much fish as they can. It's fine. It's a battle. It's a win. It's over an overall war, but that was one of the battles in the war. We win some of the battles. They win many of the battles. But the most important thing is the overall war at the end. Who wins the war at the end? Is it us or is it them? I know that they know that I know that we know. Look how many knows that we already won the war. They're just trying to strategically make sure that they still have some territory on the side here or there. Gloria, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you're having a great Friday. Uh-oh, Luna said we're going to get coiled. Get the coiler, guys. Get the coiler. Who in history or on record got coiled the most ever? What's up, Till Dog? What's up, Adrian? Which one? Who? Do you guys know? Yes. Where's Pantheon? Let's go, bro. Hate the man, love him, but he was definitely kept everything entertained in his times. Yeah, it was a lot of craziness happening, but come on, guys. I hate seeing us looking really weak outside the United States. Like, yeah, that guy at least had some balls to him, So, let's go, Brandon. Pablo, you're correct. Twitter is the primary home to FUD and bots. Peter Jefferson, AB's right. That video was all uh, psych, psyops, and nothing more. Gauging retail emotions sentiment as their key to taking us down. Otherwise, they lose everything in the end. Thank you for understanding it and echoing it, Peter. I'm glad that you agree with that, because that's literally what it is, guys. If we were already a non, like, and some of you guys already echoed this in the chats in the past many times, and I'm re-echoing their wise words. If we were not a threat, why are they spending money? I'm pretty sure those commercials, those 4 or 5 commercials, they were not for free. That actress that apparently they said, I've heard in a conversation with some of the family in here, that she works for Motley Fool, that lady that was portraying the laughing at the apes and stuff. Um, that stuff cost money, right? Time, money. Why are they going out of their way and spending or wasting money and time on us? right? On that to go against us or to get it across to us that it's a losing end, a battle or whatnot. If you know it's a loss, why you throwing money away? Which begs to differ, obviously, right? If you know, you know. If you don't know, oh my God, no more coffee. I just ignore the shills because they mean nothing to me. If the mods won't scold me, I'll correct a few dirtbags. Leah, hey, go for it. Everybody is free here. At the end of the day, this is a family, like I said, guys, and like I said earlier, you heard it from me, Leah. If there's shills or people with different agendas and whatnot, and you see it, let the mods let me know and all that stuff, and you go for it. If you guys see it, toss them around, start tossing them, flipping them around, bring a pan out, bring that frying pan out, and throw them in there and see what comes out of it. All of you all have that. And I'm not saying go and start like all of you cussing them out or whatnot, but no, have fun with them. Let them feel like they're not comfortable in here. When most people are going about it in a way and where like they're not comfortable with the shills and they're afraid of the shills, it's like, oh, the shills, they're powerless. They're stupid. Most of them are even bots. They're not even human beings. But if the human ones, they're easy to have fun with. They're nothing. Their intention is obvious, and you can sense it from their words. So if they're trying to shill us, why don't we shill them? To show them that, hey, you're not gonna display is over. The shorts covered last June. Uh, there's not enough money for that in the world, and you really think it's gonna go above $20 again? And all that stuff does not get here. And I hope it also does not get across to you guys. You guys are way more sophisticated than I am. And you guys should definitely know when that is coming. So if they try to come and shill us, we can shill them. We have a lot worse on them. We can easily say, okay, well, how about your finances going? What's up with your bankroll? How many hedge funds are going to close this month? How many pension funds are going to run to zero this month? Like, I want them to literally feel like, hey, not only is this not working on these people, but we don't feel safe going into these live chats with these people, especially in some of these rooms. And I'm encouraging all other creators to follow the same method. Empower your following, and don't have anybody, kind of like hanging on the ropes, like win Lambo or win Moas and whatever. No, if there's no such thing. That's going to take care of itself. When it comes, it comes. I'm not going to say no to it next year. I'm not going to say no to it tomorrow. Whenever it comes, it comes. But in the meantime, if there is any ill will that wants tries to come and break and divide and screw people over, we need to have that as like a sacrificial lamb or like an offering to the AMC movement or to the meme gods movement. We're like, we chose this. Everyone. It's crazy how they use your own emotions against you, and most people still fall for it because they're. It's the truth. It's the truth, Adrian. But it works. That's the sad part. Is it works. Here, it's not. I hope it does not here. Like, and I'm not again influencing anybody what to do and what not to do. But I'm encouraging all other creators to do the same thing. Like, if a community thing, and I know YouTube is not even reaching possibly like 25% of the AMC or GME movement, like to everybody. Like most other, I feel like other 75% holders are either not on social media or just on different platforms, whether it's Reddit or Twitter or whatnot. But they need to know that if it's truly 25% on YouTube, and I would like all other creators to make that 25% as a whole be a non-touch zone, like for the shills and for the bots or whatnot, because they're going to be like, okay, it's pointless. These guys are actually waiting for us to come now. They look forward to us. They're looking for us. so that they can exterminate us. We're basically gonna be walking raids. you know, there is a shell right here. Go belly up. Uh, I literally like I can imagine going to some other like in some other person's creators live, and if we all were to really adopt that thinking and that mentality, I literally could feel like as soon as I walk in, it's like, oh look guys, I caught one. Like I didn't know. Like where did you come from, little one? Where did you crawl out of? I've been looking for you all along. Yes, yeah, I like it, Jeffrey. Yeah, have at it. We all we got your back. We'll all support. Here's a corny joke for y'all. What has ears but cannot hear? A cornfield. I would have never guessed that, Adrian. Okay, I'll throw some sand in the sandbox. I love it, Leah. Brass knuckles? No way. I'm playing football with AB folks. Uh, Thanks, Jeffrey, for sharing the Discord link as well. Now, whoever is in here, you have no like you have no excuse. You're either in the Discord or you're not. I beat you, AB. You did actually. No, my I think shows mine came on first. Get 'em. I know corny AB. It's Friday, AB. You gotta get used to it. Um, Thank you, AB. Miss you all. Warren, no, we miss you all more, bro. Uh, I'm used to having you, Christy, Sanjay, the other crowd, even and Jay, um, all coming in here, and obviously, like every time I streamed or had a video, you guys all chimed in and showed some love. I consider you guys obviously the family, so come to the family. Where you guys go. If you're busy, I understand. Obviously, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but this is your home. This is your house, and the Discord is your guys' Discord as well. All of you, whoever you want. Um, this is a family, like I said. If you're an AMC or GME, it doesn't matter what. Even if you're not, if you never heard of AB or seen, and even if you came into AB's videos and you saw it by chance and you said, "Oh, a new clown, who are you? Nobody knows you," and whatnot, I still also um, got your back because at the end of the day, you are by default on my side. You don't see it, it's fine. You might have smaller brain, it's okay. But at the end of the day, you need me as much as I need you. So bringing another individual down from your own family, what does that cause? Destruction to the family overall. It's not just going to destroy that one individual, right? So yeah, if there is a shield, they will try to roast and hurt people's feelings and whatnot, whether it's the creator or whether it's people in the chat. And that's why I encourage if we are truly, as what we say, a movement, a following, a family, then we need to fucking act like it. Sorry for the F word, but that needed to be to sink in. I don't even care if I have to punch it in, but it needs to sink in. But that's how my family rolls. That's how I view family. I'm in, we are all in. You're all in, I'm in by default. And that's just how it is. So get each other's backs. And one person that also stresses this a lot, I gotta give a big shout out to Pantheon. Most of you guys know Pantheon. If you don't know, you need to go and look and know. Um, but he stresses the same thing as well. Like we need to protect ourselves. And obviously, when that sinks in, I can't help the way I think is always big picture. So like he said it multiple times, and I'm like, okay, the whole community, not Like, and it's sank in. So much love and big shout out to you, Pantheon. And I hope you guys can obviously see what I've been talking about that whole shills and how we stand up for each other, how we don't give them any spaces or don't even offer them a seat. When we have a sit down, shit. Think of this as like our church, AMC and GME church. Imagine if us being gospel, and our gospel is our attendees. Just imagine that, like, and if anybody comes in, oh, I don't believe in your guys' movement and whatnot, I'm like, oh, bring this person in here. Come on, come on. We're gonna do an exorcism on you. Boo Marley. Wow, it's been a while, Boo. How you been, Boo? These videos are not doing any good. I feel you guys are just creating content for views. Oh wow. Well, I'm here welcoming Boo, and you can make a video every day talking about what the headphones are doing, and they won't do anything but counter. Um, well, I'm over here welcoming Boo, and Boo wants to come in and try to bring AB down. And here's the thing: is it working? No. Am I doing this for views? Uh, well, that's for you to find out, and for me to know. Um, at the end of the day, Boo, if you felt like you needed to come out of your place, wherever it is, to say this and do that, I don't know what have you accomplished, but if you feel like that accomplished a lot and it made you feel a lot better on a Friday, uh, I am honored to be uh, of such importance to you. So thank you for your chiming in and your input, and best of luck in a different place. Obviously, if you don't like this one, if you like this one and you just needed to say this and you're feeling bad and you need to get it out on someone, I'm also very honored to be that one. And you don't have to go nowhere. You feel free to stay here. But if you make statements to try to make the family or anybody or the community down, or including me as well, um, it's not my fault what happens in the chat, my friend. Okay. And people call you a shill. You talk against AMC. It's squeezed already. I think we got caught holding a bag. Oh, you think you got caught holding the bag? Well, man, that sucks. Hmm. You know where I'm from? When I say, or when we say I'm holding a bag, it's a good thing. Man, I'm holding bags of money. Boo. Um, it's not going to happen, my friend. Whatever your intentions are, it's not going to happen. Everyone in here is not even going to care about that. What do you guys think? Do you think are you guys thinking we're holding bags? No, like the bags that Boo is referring to. Did we just get an offering from the gods to practice the first sacrificial lamb? I don't like. I'm beginning to like Dark Side AB, but it's probably not good. But I'm beginning to like him. Oh, oh my god. Are we having fun with these people? Ah, Adrian said the STC is not but an illusion of protection stimulator to airport security. Yeah, right. Oh, there's the first. Oh, shots fired. Pabloco at Boo. Then why are they investing to so much in keeping AMC down? Well, that was a very fair question. I don't know what kind of fair answer will come in return. Pam. Uh-oh, look at this. Jeffrey, man of the hour. 8K filed by GameStop for 1 billion shares. Stock split as early as June 13th. Boo. Or should I say it like this? Boo. Or should I say it like boo? I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with the dark side AB, so I have to stop. You guys might not like him, might not know him, but dark side AB still has his heart. So that's sick news. Oh my god, let me see. Holy. Okay, the markets didn't capitalize on it or react to it yet, but I'm gonna have to read all this because I think they apparently approved the um, compensation for some executives in the annual meeting. And by the way, I agree with like whoever they gave like the compensation or approved it for, they all wholeheartedly deserve it. Look at GameStop's movement from the board and executives. I made a video a month and a half ago about this. And you can see like those board executive members, man, when you say diamond hands, like these guys are holding when I saw it. Just go back and look in the videos about the AMC board versus GME board. Look at that video and you will, oh my God, it's crazy. Man, Jeffrey, man of the hour. Thanks for that report. Adrian is fighting with his auto correct. Bobby, what up, my brother? How are you doing? Nice to see you in here. That's another H Town brother from down from the dirty from the south. You know what I forgot to start? You know what I was intending on, and I'm just now remembering it. My intention was to start this live today with this and watch. I'm gonna start. One second. I'm gonna play it, and you guys will know it. This is like I'm gonna be playing this in the when the squeeze is taking place. No, not the Tom Brady recharged commercial. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go. I've been holding, and reason I'm invested because I've been following this thing for damn near 2 years. They've been driving the price down. All the C rules are not doing anything. The SEC probably wanted to say, Boo. Boo, if you are, I don't know if okay. If you are, I thought you were a true like a real individual from before. I've seen you before. I remember in our chats. Um, but here's the thing: it's either that you, the way I see it, and feel free to correct me on your intentions or what it is the case. It's either that you lost because you were over leveraged and you didn't, let's put it honestly, leverage yourself correctly in these plays, um, or it's either you were doing a lot of YOLO options, or they're finally the other side is finally getting to you. 2 years almost in. I'm just taking your words here. Maybe it's finally getting wearing down on you, and you can't do it anymore. That's why you're talking like this, or your intentions are trying to fit in, but you're really with different intentions helping other entities, and it could be these obviously these shills and all that stuff. So whichever one out of all these four, my friend, um, there's no number five, and the reason why there's no five is because if you're really still holding as you say you are, 2 years later, what good does it do you to come out and try to say all this stuff and try to convince people otherwise? Wouldn't that be worse for you? I mean, if you were successfully able to convince all of us to just F AMC right now, who will that hurt more? Wouldn't that hurt you more? You've been in for almost 2 years and now you just put the nail on the coffin. So what are your intentions, my friend? You should be out of, I mean, according to what you're saying, almost 2 years, you should be more aggressive to hyping people and try to bridge the gap amongst people, because you've been in the trenches for a long time. I have a hard time believing that someone has been in the trenches for that long and went through all these storms, comes out right now after all that and talks like this. I have never seen a war veteran that came back and and was basically just saying, oh yeah, the wars are great and whatever. No, they always say that was terrible. I was a part of this and whatever, and they speak on it and they look for people's interests. What you're saying and doing here is you're trying to make people lose their faith on the movement. So what is your agenda? Unless you want to start flipping and roast, please clarify your agenda. Again, I give the people the benefit of the doubt always. But if your agenda or your intentions are to divide or to break people's hope and will, maybe because of one of the four that I just mentioned, then you're in the wrong place, my friend. Good luck in a different community. I'm writing a code in VBA Excel for A's to calculate their capital gains taxes based on their tax lots and realized gains. Going to take some time to make it user friendly. And Pokes, wow, look at you, my friend. That's very helpful for the community. Appreciate the likes of you. And please, if you are, I think you are in our Discord, Pokes. If you are, once you get done with it, please share it throughout the whole community. And I will even help spread it to other communities or other, whether think tanks or whether other Discords and whatnot. Again, one for all for one. Bobby, no, I'm pretty sure you figured out now. No, I was drinking coffee. Oh, actually, hold on. Ha ha! Your boy just came up. This is the coffee that, like the Arabic coffee when it's made, or Greek or Turkish coffee is made in these kind of things. And now I just figured out like barely just a little bit left just to get me by. Thanks, Bobby. Mint teas for the night, at nighttime. You have to start to question the people who are making videos every day. Boo, shit, you're not going to question me? I didn't make one yesterday. What do you think I should do? What do you think the family should do? Pabloco, I've been holding since last January. Like many, everything has been lining up like dominoes. This kind of money would never come easy, and it's the biggest play in the history of the market. Thank you. Of course, there will be unknowns and delays along the way. Of course. And again, guys, like now, as far as watching the people who make videos every other day or every day. If the person, and again, I'm not explaining myself to the family. You guys know the family and you know me very well. But if you guys, like the family here, I'm speaking to the family, not to any other counterparties. When we come on whether it's every day or every other day or every coincidence, do AB ever come out to you and say, that's it, we're squeezing tomorrow? Am I doing a Teddy Zane on you guys where I'm like, Friday we do this and Monday we're gonna be on the Mars? Do I do any of that stuff? Do I Zane you? Do I snipe in you? Do I whatever? I'm not talking down. Again, you see what I'm saying? I just showed you an example of how they try to get into the minds of people by breaking through the cracks. The thing is, Boo, um, why are you so worried about what people watch every day or every other day? Why are you watching this? Why are you wasting your time here? Since you're watching out for the people every day or every other day, um, my intentions are to channel what I know about the market. And it's not just about AMC. Everybody in here knows, guys. You know, it's not only AMC or meme stock or GME. We have a lot of questions in the past. You guys can look at all the other videos if you're new in here and look at it and see what have we gotten across. So many questions answered, so many different things were taught in here as far as for educational purposes, not giving anybody financial advice, and they do what they do. And this became a family because of that. If obviously me or any of these other creators were shills or any of that case, then they wouldn't have. If each person have their following for a reason, and they know what they're following that person for. So whether it's for entertainment, whether for educational, whether for shilling, whatever the case may be, but Boo, you chose the best time to come in on a Friday and start this stuff, because now and see, okay, Jeffrey, if you are questioning the videos you see, stop watching them. and, and you do your own DD. If you had done that from the beginning, you would have conviction. What's funny is, Jeffrey, I'm actually reading that in your voice, like because I know your voice, so I can see how you're saying it to Boo in this case. Bobby, they are stubborn bastards. I feel like I'm way behind. Am I? I feel like I'm way behind. Yeah, I am way behind. Bobby just said it. It's like Adrian got coiled the most. Glorious to Intel Dog. It's all good. What's going on, bro? Here for the learning session. It's all good. Thank you for here, brother. It's always good when all good is in the house. Yep, Motley Fool, aka Citadel. Bobby Invest. Hey, me, is that a minty? I'm not a shill. uh, Dipan Patel, good evening to you, my friend. Cooking pot. I see you, Palestinian. Who is this pantheon you speak of? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Adrian knows the uncut AB. He's used to it by now. Look at that. Jeffrey's swinging that hammer. Apes R Us have officially become Toys R Us. What do they have both in common? You know what they do have in common? They're both in the past. Apes R Us, I have a clue, Ed. If you like to stay in this chat, you'll behave and not badmouth people. Better listen to the man. He's got a wrench, and you could call it also a hammer that hits like a hammer. You know what's wonderful, guys, or what's crazy? Is that it's funny, like how I just said that this about the shills and attacking the shills and all that stuff. If they come in, have fun with them and toss them around. It's funny how for the first, this is maybe the first or the second time ever where I had shills and they're like actually like attacking, you know. Uh, you know what's crazy? Nobody, I know this one thing in life, guys, psychologically, nothing makes somebody attack something unless it really does matter or it scares them from something or they're worried about it from something, a different perspective. So this must be working. They're attacking because they want to show that, hey, no, that's not going to work. But if we all buy into that system, woo, Ghost 2, good afternoon, my friend. Oh, that's what Toys R Us was doing? Big Apes R Us. He was disrespecting Pantheon. Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't actually see it. What a shill, right? That's a good word for you. We found a new word for the shills now. Instead of calling them a name, they already are a name. Just like, what a shill. All right. Good night, Leah. Thank you so much. Look at that. Apes are us, aka Trash You Are. The Texas Hammer hits the hardest. Yes, I love it, guys. I love it. I love when. Oh, look, Miss Gloria is saying. How do you pronounce that, Mrs. Gloria? Miss Gloria, Lacan Lacancilla. It's the hardest. Um, this is I love this, guys. We're having fun with these, shills. Looking at the price right now as we're talking. Oh, okay. I got you, Jeffrey. You got you, Jeffrey. You don't even need to ask me. You guys, mods in here. You guys don't even need to ask me, man. Like, you guys, family. I already know that my best interest you have in mind, no matter what. And I'm glad that you guys know that I have yours as well in mind. So you see somebody who's trying to screw with the family, our family, you know, like I said, toss them around. But this is the song we should be playing when uh, every day before the day starts trading, like we're getting ready for what? I know you OGs in here know this. Yep, yep, we're gonna do it to him, guys. We're gonna do it to him. I just try to exactly watch what I'm saying for sure before I say all that stuff. Um, Looking at it, still no crazy movements happening. I anticipate something crazy to happen, obviously, honestly, to the crypto throughout this weekend. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, Volume is completely drenched out. Wow. Okay. Houston, Houston Oil. Is that Houston Oil? Yeah, it is Houston Oil. Oh, nice, nice movement in the after hours. 28%. So let's talk about before we leave. You're like, it's all good. What you know about the Chicago Bulls, bro? Well, hold on. These Chicago Bulls, yeah, not much. I'm not all on that. But when you're talking about the '90s and the late '80s Bulls, then hey, man, you come into the right place. I'm your man with that. Anything about basketball stories, players in the past, whatever. This is my world, man. So yeah. But if you come to La La Land and you talk about the Lakers, now that's the greatest story franchise of all time. Did any of you guys watch that Kobe Bryant movie that came out? I still can't. You know, when that thing happened in that helicopter with him and his daughter, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little something. It might sound funny to some of you guys, but it means everything to me. When I was a kid, you know, there was a situation where by descent, I am, you know, you guys know that I'm Arabic, and by descent, when I was a kid, when that whole event happened on, you know, the 9/11 events. Um, Going into school every day, I would had to deal with, you know, all this BS, whether it was vocal BS or I would be getting jumped every day, whether it was in school, whether it was after school, in the school bus, all that stuff. And that started like, you know, it was my when I was in eighth grade. Now, and I'm not saying this so you guys could think, oh yeah, he was getting bullied and whatever, and I was just walking away and I was corner. No, I was always the talkative person in school, in class, and everything, and I wouldn't let any of that stuff ever get to me. Okay, but at that time, that was when Mr. And look at this is funny correlation, crazy correlation. Kobe Bryant was in his prime, and he was just the greatest player in the world. And in my book, he's still the greatest player of all time. Um it, it, I inner channeled his competitiveness on that court, which was a different realm he was in, and so much from how fearless he was. And every position I was in, when these kids or these other kids were coming and you're like, I know that I'm getting jumped. I was like, what would Kobe do here? So I got to a point where that was my only best friend at those times. I watch him. I try to emulate him. Of course, I can't play like him, but I try to do my best and I try to think like him as much as possible. Because you know, at that in those times, there wasn't just friendships weren't just available for us because, again, you know, you don't want to be guilty by association with an Arab kid or an Arab descendant. Little that they knew that obviously I'm an American. Um, I never, and some of you guys know, like Adrian, you know I know Adrian in here knows like a little deeper into it. Um, but you know, I never like back down. I've always came back to get mine afterwards, even with each single person. Um Kobe Bryant. So when I watch this movie, I know for a fact I'm not gonna be uh, going live after. It doesn't matter what time, or it's gonna take its tool on me. I mean, it took me a while to try to digest the accident and the incident that happened with his daughter Gigi and the way it happened. So may his soul rest in peace, and their souls rest in peace. Um, but yeah, he was a very special individual to me personally. He was an idol. The only individual that I possibly will ever be starstruck by is Kobe Bryant, and he's gone now. So no one else I'll be starstruck. All right. So it is 9 o'clock. Let's see. If we have any questions, please throw them up, guys. Um, if you don't have any, we'll start doing our things. But like I said, let's see, because I got to get ready for Adrian. I'm not gonna let yesterday happen again. The way that it yesterday, I was on the phone from waking up to sleep. Yeah, like there were so many things that I didn't do. One of them was not eating. So we're not gonna repeat that mistake. And I know it's Friday. Gotta go see the friends. You guys get to see your friends. I maybe catch with some of you guys later on a chat. So I look forward to that. I appreciate all of you for being in here and supporting on a fine day, Friday on the 3rd. Dana Young, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Uh, see you, Bob. Yeah, right, Adrian. 6 hours straight, man. Oh my God, that was insane. But it was worth it. I didn't feel any of it. Like I said, when it's family time, it's family time. What's other better way to spend time, you know? And and Adrian, I'll be hitting you up for a Toyota Tundra. Tiny investor. I am so sorry. This is the wrap up moments, but you made it right. This is not going to be more long. I promise you guys, I'm going to play probably one song and get out. I just wanted to stick around, see if there's any questions. You have a great night, Gloria, as well. Uh, Tiny is like boo and stuff. Oh my god. Tiny, it was a pleasure as always. Obviously, speaking with you. I know I told you last time. You and Miss Gloria, it was definitely a pleasure. Just so that everybody know, Tiny is like like quadruple OG status. Like Tiny came in, uh, like I think it was like the first or second person that ever came to the channel. You know, much love to you, Tiny. I won't reveal your identity. Like Texas Edition Tundra. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate it. You enjoy your night as well, and don't hold back. Okay. Let me see. What are we gonna play? What do we want to play? If you guys, like I said again, if there's any questions, throw them. Throw them. The time frame is still open. Ooh, you got it, Tiny. This is one of my favorites. Anybody used to blackmail in here? The musician. This is my motto until AMC and GME rips. Just take it easy. Be cool. Can you guys hear it well? And that was not a paid sponsor. DJ AB on the track. Don't worry, this is not gonna be the DJ set. If AB is DJing, things that you don't want AB to do. One, you don't want me to DJ, and you do not want me to make you a drink because you're gonna lose all restrictions in life. Whatever restrictions you have, you're not gonna have those. Those are all gonna go out the window. Yes, Adrian understands. When we squeeze, no, don't download that. Okay, don't listen to that. Together we cleanse. Yes, together we do. um, when we squeeze, This is what we're going to be playing too. Now we can put the stuff back on. The lion is in here as well. Lion, what we got for AMC? Well, like every other day, nothing much. Less volume than the past few days as well. Uh, Wait to see on Monday. Lion, I hope you get better well soon, brother. You guys remember when the COVID first started? When somebody said, like, well, first people were afraid to say that they had COVID because it was like the world was treating it like it's like you had AIDS or something. Like, oh, you got COVID or you had COVID. People first were afraid to share it, but then after that, the people got over with the bullshit and said, okay, yeah. And now we're looking at it like, okay, COVID-19. No one is making a huge deal out of it because it's kind of like a cold. Um, I just feel some type of way about taking all these dosages of boosters and shots. And then the last time I took the third one, I asked the nurse, I was like, so that's it? No more boosting? And she was like, well, it's like you have to do it every 3 months or 6 months. I was like, what? So I have to boost my booster to reboost myself again and again and again and again? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, everyone, there's no more questions. We've listening to the music, obviously. Hopefully, you can feel it tonight and tomorrow. Phil Collins is an amazing person. Um, I'll see you guys on the next one, maybe tomorrow. We'll talk a little more, just straight to the point and talk more. I just wanted to rally around everybody today and give out that message to warn you mainly. Excuse me, Mr. Collins. This is my stream, not yours. Um, but yeah, to warn you, everybody, because of the times that we're coming in. Yes, we always have shills, but these times you're gonna witness way worse. And I was given advice on how to deal with that, and how I hope every creator can deal with it as well, because we are all gonna be a family. Um, and if an attack on one is an attack on all, and an attack on all is an attack on one. So I love you guys. Uh, Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys at the next one, which is going to be possibly either tomorrow or Sunday. Have fun on the weekend. Don't worry too much about the price action and whatnot. You're going to see stumbling. The questions you should be having from now on is not when Lambo, is when hedge fund going to shut down. So much love to all of you guys. And once again, AB Investments.